8 ways that sleep can improve your life. We're creatures of habit, and I know that right now our routines, our sleep routines, have been impacted. So I am very lucky in that I have a good sleep routine. Literally as soon as my head hits the pillow, within about 60 seconds I'm gone. However, I know that there are people that don't have such a routine sleep pattern in terms of their working shifts, or they're highly stressed. So I wanted to talk about how much of a positive impact that sleep can have if you can improve it even just a little bit. So we can look at the studies, and when you get good sleep, a lot of things happen. You're generally asleep for about a third of your life if you're doing well in terms of, getting your 7-8 hours of sleep. And it's a really good way of helping your body to recharge, right? Your body can't recharge, it can't repair, it can't recover unless you're asleep, because it can't do it whilst you're awake, because it's too busy helping you to do whatever it is that you're asking your body to do, whether it's you're going out running, whether it's you're cooking, whatever you're doing during the day. The body is not prioritizing recovery, repair, and rest, okay? It does that when you stick your head down on the bed and you're getting some rest. So in terms of what it can do, what happens is, number one, it can help you to lower your chances of heart disease, because what happens is when you're asleep, your blood pressure comes down, and it slows everything down in the body, and it's helping to release and reduce that pressure that is in your body in terms of the blood pressure that is otherwise caused by when you're alert, you're awake, and you're potentially in a stressed state, okay? Your heart rate generally, or your heart rather, has to pump and work much harder when you're alert and stressed, because, your blood flow impacts everything in your body in terms of, if I go to move my arm, there's already blood flow there, and the heart has to work to get that blood to the right muscles to even move my arm. So then if you multiply that over the whole of your day, when you're active, when you're awake, the blood pressure in the body is much more elevated than it is when you lay down and give the whole circulatory system, heart and lungs and everything else, a rest in terms of not having to work as hard as it has done during the day. So in doing so, that lowers your risks of heart disease, because it gives that heart a chance to rest and recover. Secondly, it boosts your decision making and concentration. Have you noticed how much harder it is to do any kind of substantial work when you've had some rubbish sleep? And that is because your brain just hasn't had time to kind of do its brain dump, to kind of do its filing system, looking at everything that you've looked at during the day, getting rid of all the stuff that it doesn't need, and filing and putting into long-term memory all of the other stuff, as well as just basically boosting your cognition and your cognitive alertness in terms of how sleep can help you repair all of that, so that you wake up fresh and you can make better decisions and you can concentrate better, okay? Notice how you're much more likely to be able to make those big decisions, make those important decisions first thing in the day, as opposed to towards the end of the day when your brain is tired. And I'm an advocate of, making all of those big decisions, all of the tasks that take concentration, getting them done as early as you can in the day because of the way your blood flow in your brain works, and also because of the way that your emotions take over during the day, during the course of the day, and you get more and more tired, and it's less likely you make better decisions. So that's the second reason, or the second way that sleep can improve your life in terms of improving your decision making and concentration. The third way is that it boosts your immune system as well, because it just settles everything down and gives that immune system a chance to kind of repair and everything, rather than be fighting all the time. You're giving it that downtime to kind of coil up like a spring ready for the next day. However, if you're always in a deficit in terms of your sleep, your body is just always trying to catch up rather than be in peak condition. So I'm not talking about, you know, having to be athletic or an athlete or anything like that, but I'm just talking about how to anyone you can improve the way you feel, especially through your own immune system, by getting better sleep. Really, really simple, often overlooked, but such an easy way to boost your own immune system is get more and get better sleep. The fourth thing is it helps with your libido. I'm not going to say too much more about this, other than the more sleep you get. I'm not saying it's an aphrodisiac, but I'm saying sleep can definitely help in the libido stakes. So I'll swiftly move on for fear of talking about a subject that could be embarrassing for some people, but it's definitely something to be aware of in terms of how it has an effect on the way that you feel. Okay, better sleep can regulate your hormones in terms of the way you feel hunger-wise. So there are two main hormones that work in your body to help kind of regulate your hunger and your feeling of fullness. So you've got leptin, which is the hormones that tell you that you're full, and then you've got ghrelin, which tells you that you're hungry. And when you sleep well, those hormones are in balance, and it gives you the right amount of hunger to fullness. However, if you get crap sleep, have you ever noticed how you generally make poor decisions with your nutrition because of the way that it has an effect on your leptin, i.e. not being receptive enough or responsive enough to those levels of leptin that kind of come down as you get lack of sleep, and then how ghrelin, the hunger hormone, rises, especially when you're tired, more tired. So if you then combine that with the effect of just being poor with your decision making and not being able to focus and concentrate, you find yourself making poorer decisions with your nutrition as well. So sleep can improve your life by getting more sleep, which then improves your regulation of these hunger and fullness hormones, which means you then make better decisions with your food and drink. Sixth way that sleep can improve your life is through the way it boosts your mood, in terms of how you just feel better after you've had a good night's sleep, as opposed to getting out of bed on the wrong side, so to speak, and your mood feeling low. Many studies out there show how there's a big correlation in terms of the way your mood is impacted and correlates with the amount of quality sleep you get. If you get low sleep, you're generally more at risk of lower moods and everything, as opposed to when you get more and quality sleep, which is correlated with better moods and fewer mood swings for yourself. The seventh way that sleep can improve your life is through the lowering of risk of diabetes even, and your blood sugar levels, because as you fall asleep your blood sugar levels drop, and that again is kind of a reset for the body to kind of calm things down so that your body isn't constantly fighting the high blood sugar levels by using hormones such as insulin, which can then lead to long-term deterioration and kind of risk of type 2 diabetes, where your body becomes resistant, or ultimately the insulin that your body's producing has less and less effect on the blood sugar levels in your body, and then you're having to use injections and all that kind of stuff. And then finally is the way that sleep gives you energy. The 8th way that sleep can improve your life is by giving you energy. It's like you recharge overnight, and if you only stick a battery in a rechargeable battery in the charge of a half an hour, you're not going to get as much recharge as, say, if you stick that battery in for 8 hours, right? So it's about boosting your own energy, and all of the other 7 ways that will improve your life and the way you feel on a daily basis. So we had lowering your risk of heart disease, we had improving your decision making and concentration, we had immunity boosting, we had improving your libido, we had regulating your hormones in terms of your nutrition, we had boosting your mood, lowering your risk of diabetes and lowering your blood sugar levels, and then finally giving you lots and lots of energy. I hope that helped. If you have any comments or questions or queries, then please hit the comment section below. If that was of help as well, then please feel free to share this video and hit subscribe, or check out the next video.